Alright, well here we are. It's May 5th of 2009 and we're out here for Schnebly Winery and Fresh King, and we're checking our groves to see about our lychees. And we got Grant and Ricky here. Say hi, guys.
Hey.
Hey.
Alright, and we got our trusty little ruler here so that you can see the kind of size that these fruits have rather than us describing it. And here we are in our home grove, and this is a lychee tree. And a lychee tree kind of looks like a ficus tree, and that the leaves are kind of elongated like this. Now the tree is kind of funny in that the tree really likes to be abused a little bit, not a lot. So we run the tree down in nitrogen during the wintertime, and it has to be at a scientific level of 1.1 to 1.6 to 7. Within that range we'll get flower and we'll get fruit. So we were fortunate. This tree here, we were in that range. The tree doesn't look that deficient. The fruit came out, flower came out, and then the fruit came out, and here we've got this set. So we're probably about 3 weeks away from harvest. And if you look at this fruit right now, it's all bumpy and green. You see the little bitty craters and ridges and all that stuff on it? Well, that's what it looks like this time of the year. What'll happen, now let's take our ruler, just this way you can see it. Alright, so there's our ruler. So we're about, what, a little over an inch, guys?
Yeah.
Alright, this fruit is not going to get a lot bigger, but it is going to get some bigger. It's probably going to be about 1.5 inches. But the big difference in this fruit, it's really going to plump up. When it plumps up, all these little ridges in here will all smooth out and become round and smooth. So you know when a lychee is ripe is when it's smooth. If it's not ripe, it's kind of prickly.
Prickly.
Prickly?
Prickly.
Prickly. There you go. That's the word.
That's the word I'm looking for. And when you feel it, you feel those things. And right now you feel, you go, well, I wouldn't want to stomp on those with my feet and have a lychee stomp. But when it gets ripe, it'll all smooth out. It'll turn a beautiful pinkish orange, pinkish red, I'm sorry. And the difference between our varieties here, we really only have 2 major varieties. This is a Mauritia, and the Brewster is the other variety. Is the Mauritia will have maybe a little bit of yellowish green on one side when it's almost ripe, and then it'll be red and yellow on the inside. So normally the red is where the sun hits it, and there is a tinge of yellow a lot of times on the inside. So obviously we don't see any of that right now, but that is very common with the Mauritia variety. Now the Brewster is exactly the opposite. It's completely red, even at this stage. And so it's even harder to predict when it's ripe because it's always red. And it's very often misshipped. It's very often picked too early, shipped to the market, people go to eat it, and the major problem is it's still a little sweet, but it doesn't have a lot of juice, and the seed is disproportionately too big. So that's a very common problem with that variety. With the Mauritia, the other beauty of the Mauritia, it has a beautiful acid to it. So as much as you think you really want a sweet lychee, when you don't have acid to the structure of the fruit, it doesn't taste the same. It just tastes like sugar water. So this is really by far the best eating lychee that we have here in the Redland area of South Florida. By the way, we are 30 miles from Miami International Airport, and so when we really want to get out of here, we're not far to get away. But this is the only subtropical terrain in the United States of America. This is the only place that we can grow lychees. It's one of the reasons that Denise and I moved to here, and you guys are here. This is the stuff that only we can do. You can't do this in Orlando. You can't do this in Nebraska for sure. And this is one of the most interesting fruits. It's actually called the king of fruit in China. This fruit here is the most famous fruit in China. They have celebrations all during the harvest season over there. And our largest clientele for the fresh fruit business through Fresh King is our Asian customers. They actually go crazy. Oh, we got our dogs here today.
Here to help out, huh?
We got Rocky and Junior.
Hey, Junior.
Hey, Rock. Hey, June. What's up, Junior?
You like to be on camera?
Yeah, I like to be on camera.
Come on.
let's go over and take a look at a little bit riper fruit. It's not a lot riper, but it will show you the difference in the stages of green that we're in right now. And that's why we have a longer season, is because we have these different stages of the ripeness of the fruit. So Grant, why don't we walk over here for a minute. All right, and you can see there is a big difference in that fruit. Now this fruit is probably only about 3 days difference, maybe 4 or 5 days difference at the max between the fruit we just saw on the other tree. Now it's only 10 feet away, the different trees. So we will come in here and we will harvest these trees probably 3 and 4 times, and we will start right after Memorial Day weekend, and we will go through the 3rd weekend of June. At that point the Mauritius are all done. And the beauty is then we have the Brewsters. The Brewsters start at the end of the Mauritius season, and we'll have those for maybe another 2 or 3 weeks. This is a bottle of Lychee wine. By the way, this wine was made before Hurricane Katrina and Wilma. So this is how many years old, guys? This is 4 years old. So we are down to our, I think, last 3,000 gallons of this vintage that we're going to have a pretty neat sale for next year, because we need to move that wine out to get this fruit in. Now as far as Fresh King goes, we have, if you have your local supermarket and they don't know about lychees, you run out there and you let them know that Fresh King is going to have lychees, and we're going to have a lot of them this year. And this is the only domestic grown lychee area in the country. They do grow them in Mexico, so please prefer ours. We like to stay in business another year, and another 2 years, another 3 years. Anyways, that kind of wraps up our lychee update, and we are going to update you probably within a week or so and show you how this all progresses. See you later, guys. Come on, Rock.